This is the first lesson in Module 2. This is Lesson 1. I will express metric length measurements in terms of smaller unit. Make sure that you already completed Lesson 1 in Zern before you get started on this problem set. Alright, so first of all, go ahead and write your name at the top, and then let's take a look at the directions. The directions say convert the measurements. So we're going to begin with these larger measurements to smaller measurements. So 1 kilometer is equal to how many meters? Well, if you watched the Zern lesson, you would learn that it was 1,000 meters. So if 1 kilometer equals 1,000 meters, 4 kilometers is equal to 4,000 kilometers. How many meters are in 7 kilometers? 7,000, right? Okay, this time we're going to be working backwards. So if there are 7,000 meters in 7 kilometers, how many kilometers are there in 18,000 meters? Well, hopefully you said 18. All right, let's go from meters to centimeters this time. So again, we're going from larger unit to smaller unit. 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeters. So 3 meters is equal to 300 centimeters. So 80 meters is equal to 80 hundreds, which is equal to 8,000. Okay, so if I'm going to go backwards from centimeters to meters, I have to think to myself, how many hundreds are there in 12,000? Well, there are 120, right? So 120 meters is equal to 12,000 centimeters. All right, let's see if we can't do this a little bit trickier problem. So this time we've got 3 kilometers and 312 meters. So I know that there are 3,000 meters and 3 kilometers. So I have 3,000 plus 3,112, which is equal to 3,312. Why don't you try to do B and C by yourself, and then we'll come back and check together. Okay, so let's take a look at B. So you can see here that we have 13 kilometers. So this will be equal to 13,000 meters. Well, 13,000 plus 27 is equal to 13,027 meters. So 915 kilometers is equal to 915,000 meters. So 915,000 plus 8 is equal to 915,008 meters. All right, so now for D, E, and F, we're going to do the same strategy, only this time we're going from meters and centimeters to centimeters. So remember, there's 100 centimeters in a meter. So this will be 300 plus 56, which is equal to 356. This will be 14 hundredths, which is the same as 1,400 plus 8 centimeters, which is 1,408. So this would be 120 hundredths, which is 12,000, plus 46, which is going to be equal to 12,046 centimeters. All right, now we're going to do a little bit of subtraction, which is just a little bit trickier, except if you remember from the Zern video, we can't take meters from kilometers without making sure that we have common units. So it's easier to go ahead and take these kilometers and change them into meters. So let's go ahead and take 4 kilometers is equal to 4,000 meters, and then we're going to subtract 280 meters. Why don't you go ahead and solve that, and then we'll come back and check together. Okay, so when I subtracted, I had to G-group 1,000 so that I was able to come over here and take that 1,000 and make it 10 hundredths, and then I debundled or decomposed 100 into 10 10s so that I was able to subtract. All right, so let's take a look at B. So we're going to have to convert all of this to centimeters before we can subtract. So remember, 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeters. So I've got 100 centimeters plus 15 centimeters, which gives me 115 centimeters minus 34 centimeters. Okay, so if we want to find the difference, I'm good in the ones. In the tens place, I'm going to have to come over here and decompose this 100 so that I have 11 tens. Now I can subtract. I've got 1 in the ones place, and I have 8 in the tens place. So that's 81 centimeters. All right, let's take a look at C. It says express your answer in the smaller unit. So in this case, when I have kilometers and meters, the smaller unit would be meters. So how many meters are there in 1 kilometer and 431 meters? Well, there are 1,431 meters. And I'm going to add that to 13 kilometers, 169 meters. So that would be 13,169 meters. So let's go ahead and add those together and let's see what we get. So I get 10, and then I get 10 again, and then I get 6, 4, and 1. So 14,600 meters. All right, so let's take a look at D. So same thing, we're going to express our answer in terms of the smaller unit, and in this case, our smaller unit is going to be centimeters. So 231 meters and 31 centimeters. This is 231 hundredths, which looks like this, 231 hundredths, which is 23,100 plus 31. So that's going to give me 23,131 centimeters. 14 meters is 1,400. Remember, 14 hundredths looks like this, plus 48. So I'm going to have 1,448 centimeters. And we have to find the difference. I want you to go ahead and find the difference by yourself. And if you feel up to it, go ahead and try to do E and F all by yourself, and then we'll come back and check. If you get stuck, you can always press play, and I'll help you. Okay, so for D, when I subtracted, you can see all the places that I had to decompose, and I ended up with an answer of 21,683 centimeters. So for E, you can see here that I had to convert 67 kilometers and 230 meters to 67,230 meters, and then 11 kilometers, 879 meters became 11,879 meters. So when I found the sum, I ended up with 79,109 meters. Now this problem does not say express your answer in smaller unit. In that case, if you had said 79 kilometers and 109 meters, that would have been correct too. So you could have added your kilometers together and your meters together, and you would have ended up with 79 kilometers, 109 meters. That would be correct too. Either one of those answers is right. Okay, so let's take a look at F. So I went from kilometers and meters to meters. So you can see that was 67,230 meters, 11,879 meters, and then I just had to subtract, and that gave me 55,351 meters, or I could have said 55 kilometers, 351 meters. So I hope that you're starting to see how converting these measurements is so much like place value. That's why this module comes after Module 1, because we spent so much time in Module 1 talking about place value. And you can see how this metric system goes right along with it. All right, so now on the back, we're going to take a little bit of time to solve some application problems. So when we solve application problems, we're going to use the RDWW process. Now it tells us here to use a tape diagram to model each problem. So that's going to be our D. We're going to use a tape diagram. Solve using a simplifying strategy or an algorithm. So that means when we write our number sentence, we're either going to simplify, or we're going to use an addition or a subtraction algorithm, and we're going to write our answer as a statement. So basically the directions are telling us to use the RDWW process. All right, so the length of Carter's driveway is 12 meters, 38 centimeters. His neighbor's driveway is 4 meters, 39 centimeters longer. How long is his neighbor's driveway? So we have Carter's driveway and we have his neighbor's driveway. Now I'm hearing some comparison words. When I hear longer, that tells me I'm comparing the neighbor's driveway to Carter's driveway. So I'm going to go ahead and draw my tape diagram to represent Carter's driveway. So it tells me that it's 12 meters, 38 centimeters, and then his neighbor's driveway is actually longer. So notice this tape diagram is going to be longer. So how much longer is his neighbor's driveway? Well, it tells us right here that it's 4 meters, 99 centimeters longer. So I'm trying to figure out his neighbor's driveway. So I could have set this up in a different way. I could have used the neighbor's driveway. You don't have to draw this, but I want to show you. You could have used the neighbor's driveway as your total, okay? We don't know what the total is, so I'm just going to put neighbor. But we know that the neighbor's driveway is Carter's driveway plus this 4 meters, 99 centimeters, because it's this much longer. So if I put the longer portion with Carter's driveway, I should get the neighbor's driveway, which is a total. So this is two separate ways that you could have set up the tape diagram. Both of them will get you the same answer. So now if I'm trying to find a total here, what kind of algorithm am I going to use? Am I going to use an addition algorithm or a subtraction algorithm? Well, when I have two parts and I'm missing the whole, that means that I'm going to use addition. So I'm going to go ahead and convert all of this to centimeters before I add. So 12 meters, 38 centimeters is going to be 1,238 centimeters. Plus, this is going to be 499 centimeters. I want you to go ahead and finish this addition sentence, and then I want you to write your answer as a statement, and we'll come back and check together. Okay, so you can see here I found the sum to be 1,737 centimeters, and here's my statement. The neighbor's driveway is 1,737 centimeters long. Okay, let's take a look at problem 5. So Enya walked 2 kilometers, 309 meters from school to the store. Then she walked from the store to her home. If she walked a total of 5 kilometers, how far was it from the store to her home? So I don't have a comparison problem here. I actually have a total. It even says the word total. So how far total did Enya walk? It says here that she walked a total of 5 kilometers. How would I set up the rest of this tape diagram? I know how far she walked from school to the store, but do I know how far she walked from the store to her home? This is the missing piece. This is the unknown that we're trying to figure out. We know that it's 2 kilometers, 309 meters, and this is from school to, that's going to mean to the store. We're trying to figure out how far it is from the store home. So I'm going to call this H for home. So I know the total and I know a part. How can I find the missing part? Well, this is where our first W comes in. We're going to write a number sentence. If I have a missing part, I'm going to use subtraction. So it's kind of hard for me to take 5 kilometers and subtract 2 kilometers and 309 meters from it. I'm going to go ahead and turn these kilometers into meters. So I know 5 kilometers is equal to 5,000 meters. And then I'm going to convert 2 kilometers, 309 meters into meters. How many meters would that be? Well, hopefully you said 2,309. Now all I have to do is find the difference and write my answer as a statement. Go ahead and finish this problem by yourself, and then we'll come back and check together. Okay, so after I subtracted, I found a difference to be 2,691 meters. So I went ahead and answered the question, how far was it from the store to her home? It is 2,691 meters from the store to her home. All right, we're going to go ahead and stop here. I know that there are more problems on your problem set, but we're going to go ahead and stop here, and I want you to try to do your exit ticket.